Hi, my name is AOK. I like to make videos about anything that pops on my timeline. Sometimes that's politics, sometimes that's sports, sometimes that's any random creator drama that I see online. And today we're going to be talking about Mehdi Hasan debating, open fascists. I don't think there's any way to soft sell that they are open fascists. And I wanted to broaden the conversation to talk about Jubilee more broadly and the role that they have in platforming these people, and a broader commentary on Jubilee, and also mentioning some things specific to the video. If that's the kind of thing that interests you, then stick around and we'll get right into it. On July 20th, Jubilee released a surrounded episode featuring journalist Mehdi Hasan debating 12 self-professed far-right conservatives, several of whom admitted to authoritarian or fascist beliefs. Where do we even start with this? I think first of all, fuck Jubilee. I don't know if this is too early in the video to say this, but I think that's just the attitude that we're going to have. It's so infuriating that we've allowed this company to get so much footing in society when it's clear they don't care about anything. My goodness, it's just. I didn't even want to start with this. I wanted to first start with the video, but I guess we just have to go there. Fuck Jubilee. Because, why do we keep putting ourselves through this? First of all, you can't debate with fascists. And I even saw the mails that they send now. I'm definitely going to make a much more researched video because I need to, make my opinions a little more coherent. The way I do these shorter videos, it's just, thoughts that are in my head. I try to formulate them in real time, but I'll do a more coherent video because I have that much disdain for Jubilee, especially the interview with Taylor Lorenz that he did. I think it's very, very telling that he's just there for the money. He's just trying to whitewash rage bait as much as possible. And it's let's just stop. Let's just stop encouraging any of this. First of all, I don't know how things like debates have even survived this long. I think they're falling off. I think the era of online one-on-one debates has ended. I think the only ones we have left are Piers Morgan, and that's because it's semi-professional. Piers Morgan is someone very, very experienced in journalism, in media. And most of the people that he has on are politicians and respected media figures. He very rarely has random YouTubers or random social media people that he contacts through Instagram DMs. It's I think so. I think even the Piers Morgan show is literally just political tabloid slop. But at least he has professionals on. I think Jubilee is just. We really, really need to get this out of our space. At first it was pretty obvious, right? At first it was pretty obvious that they don't care about people's they don't care about getting a common ground. They just care about getting people to yell at each other. They just care about getting people to disagree. Because if you cared about people getting to a common ground, you would have academics. You would have a format that allows longer thought. You would have a moderator. You would have more than two sides, so that there could be someone that could arrange the compromise and be okay, so you agree this, you agree this. So it's going forward, how do we do this? Obviously, they're not interested in that. It's all just violent entertainment, and I think that's it. And I don't know. Is rage entertainment? Is that actually valid for them to feel that way? That if we get them fired up enough, then yeah, they truly are entertained, right? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe if your job is an entertainer, you really are giving us what we want by making us feel upset. Or maybe it's the algorithm that just can't tell the difference. Hi, sorry to interrupt this wonderful video that you were watching. I just wanted to remind you to like the video and subscribe. it goes a long way. For you, it might just take a few seconds, but for me, it makes all the difference. I only need a couple thousand subscribers to be able to do this full time, 3,000, 4,000 subscribers because of where I live. So to you, it might just take a second, but for me, it makes all the difference. So I'll just let you sit back and you can go back into enjoying the video that you were watching. One participant openly identified as a fascist and expressed admiration for Nazi ideological concepts. Hasan responded sharply, highlighting the dangers of platforming such views. Yeah, I mean, obviously. And I think I'm actually happy that I started with the fuck Jubilee thing, because now I can narrow in on this specific video. And this video and the flat earthers video, there are a couple videos, right? It's like there are a couple debates that are just like not debating reality. The flat earth video, the anti-vax video, I guess anti-vax can have like some legitimacy, right? Like if you decide that you personally don't want to have a vaccine, I think that is probably the most legitimate anti-vax position. But other than that, that is it. You can't, like, the science just backs it up. They either work or they don't, and data shows that they work. That's it. If you see the data and you decide you don't want to do it, that's fine. But anything broader than that is unscientific, and there is no debate, there is no conversation, because there's no point. That's the first one. The second one, flat earthers. Like there's no debate, because there's no science on the flat earth side. There's nothing. Just go get more data and we'll believe you. Why are we even bothering to have a conversation? Just provide an educational video. If they disagree, then move on. There's no debate, because like the facts are on one side. And then back to this again, and it's like, why would anybody debate a fascist? Fascists don't believe in democracy, so they don't need to change people's opinion. All they do is gather power and then do what they want. That's why most fascists pretend to be something else. Hitler pretended to be a socialist, Mussolini as well. And today's modern fascists, they pretend to be right-wing populists. They pretend to be, for the people, trying to do things for immigration, but they're actually just authoritarians. That's why fascists pretend to be something else, so that they can get popular support, and then with that power, they can enact violent control. But, like, if you're openly fascist, well, then why are we talking to you? It's like, okay, well then go get your power and we'll try to stop you when you get your power. It's like saying I'm a terrorist. It's really, really that crazy. And I don't know, like Jubilee has shown their hand that they do not care about political discourse. They are only here for this conversation. And it's very telling. There's this guy, long hair. He was on the Sam Cedar Conservative episode. He was in another episode, and he was in this one as well. And he's part of Jubilee's staff. So it's like these far-right conservatives are in the staff of Jubilee. It's almost like they are trying to normalize the furthest right conversations. So if they have any political project, it's to make the far right seem more palatable. And if they don't, it's to make us outraged so that they can get more views and get more money. Like, I have nothing else to say other than don't watch and don't go on it. And I'm not even like a boycott guy, because I feel like it needs to be coordinated. But I feel like Jubilee is bad enough that we need to create a coordinated effort to get them the fuck out of our content cycle, get them the fuck out of our algorithm. Let them go back to doing dating slop. Like, get the fuck out of politics if you're going to platform Nazis. Literally Nazis with their faces and everything. It's crazy. The video drew acclaim from viewers and commentators who dubbed Hasan as a national treasure, while others criticized Jubilee for amplifying extremist voices without sufficient moderation. Yeah, that's also part of it too, because Mehdi Hasan was deceived. He was told far-right conservatives, and I think the title at first was even, I don't know if they've changed it now, but it was far-right conservatives. And these guys are not far-right conservatives. They are fascists. Some of them openly fascist. Others didn't even make arguments. They just wanted to be racist. They just said, if you're an immigrant, go home. That's the extent. There's this particular guy, he came up, he told Mehdi Hasan, I don't want you here, which is just a fascist dream. They just want to tell foreigners, yeah, fuck you, I'm better than you, and they don't want to make any arguments. They don't make arguments. That's why if you argue with right wingers online, you notice they keep moving the goalposts because they don't want to make a point. They just want to keep arguing for the sake of arguing. You could say, oh, well, you're wrong about that, and they immediately change the topic. I'm not saying all right wingers are fascists, but like fascists hide themselves as just like regular right wingers all the time. So it's really hard to tell, and it's so infuriating. It's so infuriating. And he did that. He all he cared about was saying, I don't want you here. He didn't have any arguments. And then every time someone else came on and said that I had like an accent, they didn't look white, he would immediately raise his flag. I don't know what else to say other than, why the fuck is Jubilee allowed to get away with something like that? Like, I don't even want to, I don't even want to go after sponsors, but like, seriously, if you're a sponsor of Jubilee, how are you okay with this? This might as well be a Nazi propaganda video. Like, Mehdi Hasan is just a support cast. And sorry, like, I just wanted to get into Mehdi Hasan because I got distracted. So Mehdi Hasan was lied to. He was told far-right conservatives, while the people who were there had much more extreme views than he was led to believe. So he said that. He showed surprise in the video, and afterwards on Twitter he was like, yeah, I didn't know. Like I would have never debated fascists if I knew. And as you can see from my reaction, I was shocked that they were fascists as well. Okay, wonderful. But I also think he has some culpability as well, because he could have just walked out, and I know that it's easier said than done. He traveled all that way, he is like puts in a lot of effort into it. He set out to do something for his day, and then maybe he was like trying to direct the conversation in a better way, blah 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 blah. But he could have left. He could have shut down conversations earlier and spoken to some of the more moderate ones, because from what I saw, not all of them were like outright fascist. At least like there were 25 people. So he could have just been like, oh yeah, if you're a fascist, if you don't believe in democracy, I'm not talking to you. It could have been that simple. And then he's also promoting the video. Now, I don't know how Jubilee arrangements work. Maybe he gets something from the views of the video. Maybe he benefits from the attention that it gets. But he's also culpable in spreading the video as well, because he's posted clips on his channel. I don't think I would have seen it. Well, I would probably have seen it eventually, but the first time I saw it was from his Twitter. So he's promoting the video, and I don't think people are talking about that enough, that he is playing a role in the spread of the video. And yeah, I think he was lied to, he was deceived, but he should also be culpable, and he should also speak to why he's pushing this at all. Media analysts argue that Jubilee's confrontational style prioritizes sensationalism over nuanced discussion, raising worries it encourages polarization and elevates extremist rhetoric. Oh, you don't say. Yeah, like there's so many ways you could do this. There's so many ways you can have nuanced debates. First of all, get experts, get academics, get people who are good speakers but are knowledgeable. Don't just get random people from the internet. There is no reason why that is the format you have to pick. Even if you want entertainment, there are a lot of good speakers on both sides. Just get two people on that forum. Don't get the most extreme people and platform them. I think it's that simple. And I feel like I've said enough, and I'm just going over and over. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Hi, thanks for watching this video. But before you go, I just wanted to remind you to like the video and subscribe. It goes a long way for the algorithm, and like I said, I only need a few thousand subscribers to be able to do this full time. So for you it takes a second, for me it makes all the difference. Thanks for watching this video, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing.